Hey, hey, Forever Free, how you doing? How you doing? I see you down there, alum, fellow alum. Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Free Hugs. I appreciate your support. Oh, I did a video about this lipstick. Mm-hmm. Good old Riri. Good old Riri. You haven't seen me in a while? That's because TikTok is suppressing my videos. I'm telling you, I don't get more than 10,000 views on a video. Mm-mm. Every now and then, one of my videos will slip through, but yeah, I don't get more than 10,000 views on the video. At least 50 of my videos are less than 5,000 views. Hello, Shirley over in England. Yeah, it's best to get me over on YouTube. TikTok is heavily suppressing my account. I told y'all the only reason why I stay here on TikTok is because of the editing features, the ease of recording my video, editing in the app. I can do so many different things with their editing features, right? That's the only reason why I stay here on TikTok. So, yeah, I'm being heavily suppressed, but it doesn't bother me because I don't look for views here on TikTok. I don't. I don't. And I anticipate whatever's going on with the sale, I anticipate it will get worse. So to see me regularly, you should be following me over on YouTube. To see my content regularly, yeah. Yeah, see, Shawnee says she watches me mostly over on YouTube. Hey everybody, thank y'all always come in being a blessing with the gifts. Thank y'all so much. Oh yes, Sarah girl. I don't understand why you have not expanded your brand. I see you over on Threads. Are you on Instagram as well? Yeah, go ahead and start that YouTube channel. You can do much longer content over there. You can be more interactive in your lives over there. There's so many different ways that you can go live. I either go live through the app, or if I'm doing like a show and tell type uh live, I'll go live over on StreamYard. You're on Substack. Oh, are you going by the same handle on Substack? Let me follow you on Substack. Let me write myself a note. Y'all know my memory ain't as long as a mosquito's tweeter. Sarah Substack. Oh, you're everywhere? Okay. Are you on Facebook as well? I'll look for you over on Facebook. I'm doing good today. Thank you, Pat. I am doing good. I wanted to come in and talk to y'all about this purple revolution. What is y'all's thought on the purple revolution? Let me play some audio. See, if I was over on YouTube, I can go live through StreamYard and we could watch the videos together. But I'm on TikTok and I don't feel like there's just so many hoops you have to follow or go through in order to do this type of thing on TikTok, and I just don't feel like doing it. So you'll be listening to the audio of these people here on TikTok that are doing this purple revolution. Thank you, Disturbed Bookworm. My name is the same over on YouTube, Tabitha Speaks Politics. Somebody says, no, they are not with the Blue Bracelet 2.0. Listen, I wish them luck. Somebody's got to do it. In all honesty, it needs to be done. Somebody needs to get with these MAGAs. Somebody needs to be able to communicate with these MAGAs. Somebody needs to get them to realize who the fight is really with, who the enemy really is. Somebody needs to do it. It's just not going to be me. It's not going to be me. I don't trust none of them. The way that they have harassed and terrorized Black people, Black content creators, no. I ain't got nothing for them. I don't. But somebody needs to do it. I unfortunately, somebody needs to do it. And so this guy, he goes by Purple Revolution here on TikTok. I started seeing the videos the other day. And I ain't paying nothing to it because I was seeing Purple Revolution and I was seeing The Awakening, right? That's what I was seeing. And I was looking at these videos like, I was like, oh, well, it looks like they're finally getting it. But then now they're calling for unity, trying to bring the blue and the red together, which makes this purple revolution, in my opinion. Why it's got to be all of this? I mean, you need to talk about it. You need to try to bring people underneath your tutelage, someone to listen to you. You want to bring people on board to do the same thing, recognize that the fight is with the elite. This regime is not looking to do right by the American people, and that includes MAGA, right? All they want is power, control, and money. And they want to be able to hurt the American people, right? If the regime is looking to hurt immigrants and Black people, people of color, yeah, you fall into the mix, because the tools that they're going to use to hurt us, you're going to get hurt too. I mean, yeah, the laws that have been implemented in this country, the rights that they want to take away from Black people, people of color, immigrants, it's going to hurt you too. Your rights will be affected too. So it's like these people are now waking up to it, but they're only waking up to it because, yeah, all of what Donald Trump is doing, it's hurting them too. But okay. It's hurting you too. You're finally realizing it. You're finally understanding. And now y'all want to do something. Somebody got to do it. Somebody need to hold their hand. Somebody need to hold their hand. Somebody needs to be there to help these people. It's just not going to be me. And it's not going to be my fellow Black Americans. It is not. It's not. It's not going to be us. It's not, because, you see, we were the ones on the receiving end of their hatred. We were on the receiving end of that. So that honey badger lady that everybody is propping up, and she's all gung-ho. See, she can do that. She can do that. She's all gung-ho with the purple revolution. She can do that, right? Because she wasn't on the receiving end of their vitriol. As a white woman, she was not targeted by these MAGA nuts. She was not targeted, right? So yeah, honey badger, I'm all for it, girl. Get with them people and help them to the light. That she's the Carol Ann. Carol Ann was guiding those evil spirits to the light. Y'all remember that poltergeist? She's the Carol Ann. Go ahead, honey badger. Do what you need to do, girl. I support you, because it does need to be done. Black people, listen. That ain't got nothing to do with us. Those of us who have platforms that talk about what's happening socially, politically, yeah, we've been educating for a decade now. They've been ignoring us and harassing us and trying to bully us and terrorizing us for a decade now. Yeah, they didn't want to listen. We don't have to educate these people. We don't. We don't. So let me play this first one. This is the Purple Revolution guy. That's the name of the account here on TikTok. Purple Revolution. Let me turn my volume up. And this was the first video that I came across, and I was like, okay, well, okay.
So this message isn't going to be towards our people. I know that the grubby rich elite have people spying. They have people tracking everybody. I know they have people watching these sites, and I know they're watching them themselves. This message goes out to you and to all the politicians that I know are watching these sites. Welcome to the Purple Revolution. You've created enough division in this country.
Casey, I see you
where
down
you've
there.
now pushed all of us people to join forces. You've pushed us far enough to where we were forced back into a corner. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. As painful as it's been, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
No, this isn't mine. This isn't my cup. This is Conrad's Apparel. Conrad's Apparel. Go out there and Google them. This is his cup.
For putting the people through what you have. Because now our people know that the only ones we have to count on are each other. We now know we can't count on you. Because of everything that you've done, you created the Purple Revolution. So you can thank yourselves for being the greedy, nasty, divisive, disgusting, worst case scenario in society for everything that's happening now. Your time of...
I mean, I get it. Let me pause. I'm sorry. Y'all know I need to say something. I get it. They're angry with their politicians that they put into office, right? But the way he's speaking in this video, it's still in support of them, MAGA nuts. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Scenario in society for everything that's happening now. Your time of control and your time in power is done. The people of this country are uniting, and we're coming to take our power back. We are coming to get the life that was promised to us by our forefathers.
That right there. They're coming to get the life that was promised to them by their forefathers. What that sound like to y'all? That sounds like manifest destiny to me. Manifest destiny, because that's what they believe. These Christian nationalists, white supremacists, they believe that they were promised by Jesus Christ this land and their perfect, happy, go lucky life. White people were promised that. Okay? So when I heard that, I was like, oh, yeah, the land they stole. But they believe Jesus Christ promised them this land, this perfect, go happy life. White people are owed this promise. Okay?
That you have ripped apart from us.
Do I see my girl Tarshell down in the comments?
You rich elites don't have as much power as you think no more. Us people, we got each other's backs and we're waking each other up. We are no longer blind to the fact
that's
that
not me, y'all. That's not me. If that growling, that's his stomach. His stomach growling. Good morning, everybody.
are the problem.
We going down for all of y'all that's coming in. We're going down this purple revolution rabbit hole. I know y'all hear it. If I hear it, y'all got to hear it. That's not me. That's him. And I just found a few videos that I want y'all to hear and hear me commentate on, so we could get a clear understanding of this purple revolution. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I just don't think that it's meant to involve us Black people. Their goal is to get rid of the regime, to get the life that was promised to them, as he said, right? I don't think it's they care about everybody's rights. This is where I started. Based on this, I don't believe that they are thinking about everybody being treated fairly, justice for all, equality for all. I haven't gotten that from this first video yet, but we going down a rabbit hole, okay?
That you politicians are the problems. You all sit up there and you feast, never have to suffer, while you watch the people that you're supposed to represent continue to suffer every single day and do nothing to stop it. So we're going to stop it. We no longer have faith in you. We no longer have trust in you. At this point, the purple revolution is taking over. God bless and much love.
I'm sorry. The purple revolution is taking over, baby. Okay? And so that was the first video I saw about it, right? And then Miss Honey Badger came across my For You page. Let me find her video. I don't know if she's a leftist. I don't know if she's a Democrat, but yeah. This is what Miss Honey Badger had to say about the purple revolution. She's trying to get, I'm guessing she's some form of the left, because she's trying to get those who are on board with the purple revolution to attend their next No Kings Parade, which is scheduled for October 18th. See, that's number one for me. With them and all of they schedule protests. And the way they schedule their protests, they're too far apart, right? When Black people were out in those streets, 2020, was it 2020? When Black people were out in those streets, it was all day, every fucking day, all night. There was no scheduling. There was no scheduling. Now, we hitting the streets. All it took was a handful of Black people to get out in them streets. And it was all day, all night. There was no scheduling. They do it on the weekends. They do it on the weekends every 3 months. Every quarter, they're doing a huge protest. There was huge protests every single day. But here's Miss Honey Badger, okay? Y'all tell me, y'all think she's on the left? I think she's on the left because she's promoting this No Kings protest.
A big part of the Purple Revolution is to make community with these people that we want to work with on both sides, because it is very hard to trust each other if you don't feel like friends, if you don't feel like...
Baby, and that's number one. So they're talking about the lack of trust, and I'm sure that's coming from the people on the left, Black people on the left, because, yeah, friends, okay? Friends, Sarah. I was like, oh, they want to make friends. No, ain't no friendships coming from Black people, okay? This is what I mean when I say she can do this, right? Because she wasn't on the receiving end of their racist, vitriolic hate. She wasn't on the receiving end of that. People like me and C and Sarah, those of us who use our platform to talk about the injustices, to talk about these politicians, to call out people from the left as well as people on the right. Yeah, we were on the receiving. We were the ones. Hey, relentless preservation. She was on the receiving end of it too. We've been called N bitches. We've been called N words. We've been threatened nonstop. We've been on the receiving end of this. So yeah, we don't want nothing to do with these motherfuckers. But Honey Badger, who hasn't been on the receiving end of this, she can talk about lack of trust and being friends. I don't want to be friends with none of these people. But let her continue.
They're going to show up when you need them, or that they're not someone that you can call if you need help. See, even on the left, like we all say we want to do things, but I feel like we don't really trust each other because we don't know if someone will actually show up.
Okay. So she's on the left. And yeah, I don't get down with people with some of these leftists. I don't want nothing to do with them. Right?
Talk big on here, but we don't really know each other outside of here. Right?
Why do they have to get to know each other outside of TikTok? All of what they want is the picnic. This is what it feels like. They want a picnic, a church picnic. A church picnic where they all get to know each other, they all become friends, and they feel like they can depend on each other outside of here. Bitch, I don't know Sarah outside of TikTok. I don't know Relentless Preservation outside of TikTok. I don't know C outside of TikTok. But we understand what needs to be fucking done. We are clear on what needs to be fucking done. And we do it and try to encourage other people to do what needs to be fucking done. I don't have to go out and have a drink with Sarah. I don't. Sarah got her own life. I got my own life. But we know what needs to be fucking done. And we did it on November 5th. We got into the voting booth on November 5th and got why they got to be BFFs in order to do what is fucking right. But Honey Badger, maybe that's what they need to do. I mean, we are two different cultures. Maybe this is what needs to be done in their culture. Okay? Okay.
So part of Purple Revolution is you have to start meeting each other. Like you need to start having Purple Revolution parties, right? Or meet and greets or hangouts, whatever you want to call them, so that you can see the person face to face, so that you can get the feeling of each other. Because our government and the elite have done a very good job of having us just get to know each other behind a screen. And that's not really knowing somebody. That's not really feeling grounded in their presence. And we have to have that to be able to build on. We need that foundation to build other actions upon that. So that is the biggest thing. Because people are like, what about policy?
I think she goes by Honey Badger here on TikTok. And again, we are two totally different cultures. White people down in the chat. Y'all, white people down in the chat. What is this? A Tupperware party, a barbecue. Y'all have to do this? Y'all actually have to do this to do what the fuck is right? I know, okay, Beth Lodge sounded off. She's the only one. I know I got some white people in this chat. Come on now. Okay, the white people coming through, y'all. The white people. I don't have very many sounding off, but I see some white women down in the chat saying, no, we ain't got to do it. Why? Y'all have come together already on common ground. Period. Y'all have had some sort of awakening. Y'all have already come together on a common point. This awakening. Y'all have realized that these politicians that y'all been voting for have been screwing you over. The man at the top has screwed you over. Y'all have already come together on common ground. Now y'all have to have barbecues and Purple Revolution parties in order to do what's right, in order to hit the streets. Just hit the streets. Just use your platform and start telling people we gotta vote these Republicans out. Is that what they don't want to do?
Try and make policy right now, it's going to turn into a fight because we don't know each other. Like we're like rah-rah on here. But
see, this is what I heard the other guy saying. They don't want to talk about policy because they say policy is going to be a fight. Okay, so well, what do y'all plan to do? I mean, because policy is a major portion as to why you all are hurting. Right? Policy. Donald Trump's policy is the major reason why there's division, there's animus, attitudes between us Americans. The reason why you are having problems putting food on the table. Hey, Reverend Carla. So y'all don't want to talk about policy? Y'all have to talk about policy. Y'all have to break it down. This is what Donald Trump is doing, and this is why it is hurting you, me. Y'all have to talk about policy. It is the crux of why we are here. But they don't want to talk about policy because they say policy is they're gonna end up fighting. Then fight. Then fight.
So that is the biggest thing, because people are like, what about policy? If you try and make policy right now, it's going to turn into a fight because we don't know each other. Like we're like rah-rah on here, but our feelings are still very high. Our emotions are still really big, especially when we see all the crazy stuff going on right now. And would you rather sit down at a table after you've gotten to know these people as people versus the worst version of that side that are promoted on here?
So
when the right thinks of us,
so she's saying get to know each other as people. So, okay. I believe there is a cultural difference. They don't see us as people. They don't see us as people. They don't see members of the LGBTQIA plus community as people. So Black people, this ain't for us. The more I hear, this ain't for us. This is for them. We can see them. We see them as people.
These radical lefties that are out to hurt people and want to give everyone surgeries and just really crazy stuff, communist and all that. That isn't almost any of us. And on the right, you think of just people on ice, right, that are doing those things, that are January 6ers and stuff. Most of them are not. They don't want that either. But when you try and create policy and that's what's stuck in your head, you're going to get really triggered very easily. Also, there's things to learn from each side because we both have dealt with each other through propaganda for the most part. So if you could sit down and actually talk to them and get to know them first, then you can have a very different conversation after, maybe they learn, oh, that wasn't fake, or, oh, I thought that was made up, or, oh, well, this is what we heard, right? You have to kind of sort out the propaganda and what the elite have wanted us to hear. So that's the point, is this is to get rid of the middlemen, to get rid of all the marionettes, and like, it's just us. Okay. And one of the first places we can do that in mass is the No Kings protest on October 18th. So show up in purple, bring a purple flag, like bring whatever you need to identify yourself that way. One, it keeps people safer, because if we do get any crazies in there, that's not red or blue, it's purple. So it looks safer, it feels safer. Invite everyone you know. I don't care how they voted, because there's something they can stand for. They can stand for getting Israel out of our politics. They can stand for free speech. Again, there's lots of things that both sides can stand for together. But communicate with the people around you. Find out who lives near you so that you can start doing these meetups. You know, maybe put the town or the city that you're from, so that you can start collectively meeting up.
Black people. I'm feeling kind of bad, because I just feel like I'm tearing down what it is that they're trying to do. Her heart's in the right place. It really is. Somebody, white ladies down in the chat, can you go over to this white lady and tell her to tell those people to not put their name or where they're from on a badge on their on their shirts? Because if ICE or Donald Trump's Gestapo, they're giving too much information. They're giving too much. They telling too much. Let this white lady know that in these protests there are bad actors, and you giving the bad actor all of your personal information. White women, I think her name is Honey Badger. Don't go over there and be confrontational. Just say, I saw your video about about putting your name on a t-shirt and all that. I would advise against that, because of the regime that we are working with. You don't want to put your personal information on. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Hey, Miss Jazzy, you don't want to do that. That's number one. Think of Donald Trump's Gestapo. And number two, the bad actors that are going to be in the crowd, you don't know. You don't know the person. You really don't know the person that's marching next to you. You put your name and your address and the town that you're from. You don't know these people. You don't know these people. I think her name is Honey Badger. White ladies, go on over and talk to your fellow white lady, okay? Just go to the protest and protest. Hey, Brooke.
Right? And then maybe get signal chat on your phones, and then you can start being able to communicate that way if you don't feel like you want to do it over regular text. Or meet up at home so that you're not on any kind of stuff on here, on social media or the phones. You know, in person is always going to be best. So all of that is very important. And showing up to No King's Day is about the most...
You're meeting up with people that you've communicated with online. And you're talking about doing meetups at your house? White ladies, talk to your fellow white lady. Hey, Reverend Carla. Reverend Carla, maybe they'll listen to you. Because this is not safe. This is not safe. Okay? Because not all people who claim to be a part of your revolution, not all of the people who claim to be a part of your revolution is there for your good, for the success of your revolution. I think her name is Honey Badger.
Support
Oh, yeah, it
you
says
can
right
ever
down there. Friendly Honey Badge 5.
go up to. Because with everything going on, and as crazy as Trump and Stephen the Cuck Miller and Pete Kegsbreath are acting right now, and all the crazy videos and everything going on, they think they've intimidated us into staying home. That is their goal. That is why they fled the zone. That is why they are sending out the military and making the snowmen go out door to door and harassing people, is because they are weak and they have to look very strong, and they want to try and intimidate people into staying home and staying glued onto here and listen to all the divisive rhetoric. That is their goal. And so when I hear people say, well, I go, but I have this, or I go, but I can't because I have this, all those reasons that you think you can't go are the reasons you need to go. Well, I can't go because I have children. Your children are the reason that you need to go. Well, I can't go because I'm disabled. Your disability is why you need to go. And if you have to ask for help to get there, or wheelchairs or whatever it is, my mom's going and she will be in a wheelchair and she may only be there for a half hour, but she's going because this is the message we have to send to the administration, that no matter what you do, what you say, or how your snowmen go around and act, we will continue to show up. And right now we're still playing nice, right? Because next time we could show up with things that we have been given, we have a right to. So this is our big moment to connect, to see how many of us there are. Remember last time how much better everyone felt? Because you're not behind a screen. There is power in unity, and that is what the whole purpose of the Purple Revolution is we have power in numbers. And the more we show up, the more we connect, the more we'll be protected, the more we'll feel connected, the safer we'll be, the more we'll trust each other, and we will build a wall. Not a wall to keep people out from the country, but a wall that the elite and the administration cannot get over and cannot get through. There is no weapon to defend against unity.
Friendly Honey Badge 5, I believe. Let's pull up the next video, shall we? I really do wish them the best of luck. I really do. Now, this guy, he's putting out this video in response to something that Good Trouble had to say. I had a problem with this guy. I really did.
Good morning, everyone. So this video came across my page, and this is Good Trouble, and I'm sure most of you know who this is, okay? He's a Democrat and very staunch and falls into the category of what we would consider blue MAGA. But let's hear what he has to say about the Purple Revolution.
It's not left versus right, it's up versus down. Sure, but I think that we can do two things at the same time. I think we can acknowledge that there are wealth-hoarding capitalist monsters dooming millions of people into poverty, and then also some of those millions of people who are doomed to poverty also kind of want immigrants to have no rights in America, and also want women to have different rights in America, and also want gay people to have different rights. It's a little bit of left versus right,
So this is the divisions that we're having here in America, because you need to understand something. A lot of us that left the Democrat Party, such as myself, that I am a no party person.
Did you hear that? A lot of us who left the Democrat Party. You heard that, right? Okay.
I'm not represented at all. That I realized that propaganda, exactly what he's talking about, that he talks about putting down the differences and, mocking it, and then saying, but then it's also this, which is basically not letting go of any of the divides. Because what Good Trouble is missing here is that what the Purple Revolution isn't a bunch of people saying, hey, let's come together and we'll be the masses and let's vote our conscience. This isn't politics as usual. You need to understand, Good Trouble, specifically you, it's not about those issues right now. All of that is second to what we have to do. We literally, when we're talking about coming together, we're not talking about coming together for a political movement. We're talking about coming together to stand our fucking ground to take this fucking country back. It's not politics as usual. We will.
How do you plan to take the country back? How do you plan to take the country back? You want to take your country back. Y'all want to come together to take your country back. How do you plan to do that? You got to have some steps. You got to have some steps. Protesting and then voting. You got to have some steps. How do you plan to take the country back?
With politics when we get to have that time again, because right now we don't have that time. We can't just wait for voting, because by that time our rights are going to be fucking gone. So what the Purple Revolution is a revolution. It's us breaking away from authority, just like the American Revolution. That's what it was. We overthrew the English rule by revolution. Once we did that.
So are they talking about coming together to overthrow the Trump regime? Is that what he's saying? Y'all going to get together in the streets and overthrow the Trump regime? How are you going to do that? How are you going to do that? By protesting once every quarter? Hey, Black Prince. By protesting once every quarter? I'm with them coming together to overthrow the Trump regime. If you're not going to do what MAGA did on January 6th, you're not going to overthrow the Trump regime. And truth be told, you're going to have to go further than the Trump regime. Further than what the MAGA nuts did on January 6th. You're going to have to go further than that. If that's what they're talking about, do what you need to do, bro. You got my full support. I won't be there, though, because I don't trust you.
Imperial capitalism, the banks of the old English rule, started ruling us from our financial system. And we're just now realizing that, which this is the great noticing. And then that led us to the Purple Revolution. Because the Purple Revolution means that we see what the enemy is and we see what the problem is. So if you're saying these people that have woken up to this fact need to address the other propaganda bullshit, you're missing the point. That means you're psychologically not ready to be where the Purple Revolution is right now. Because remember, the Purple Revolution isn't led by a person. It's not led by an individual. It's the collective in us waking up and trying to do something to better our fucking lives. So if you're going to sit there and bash it, you're bashing the very thing that's going to free humanity. This is why I say you have red MAGA and you have blue MAGA. Depending on how indoctrinated and where they are in their indoctrination is how long it's going to take for them to wake up. Because at the end of the day, we have to put our differences down and we have to stop these divisive political arguments, because these are the political arguments. And I understand how impactful they are. Believe me. But the only way we make things better is by education and coming together, because we see warring with each other. Look where it puts us, and look what it let our government do. They sold it out from underneath of us to a foreign interest.
See, this is the problem. This we've been trying to tell you this. We've been trying to tell you this for 10 years. This is what was going on. What this man is saying is nothing new, but yet he is on this high horse thinking he's educating Good Trouble. I know Good Trouble has taken some weird steps lately. I know it. But the man knows what he's talking about. Okay? This man thinks he's educating Good Trouble. We've been trying to tell you this. We've been trying to tell you this for 10 years, that this is what was going on. He told you that he was cleaning out the swamp. He is the swamp. We've been trying to tell you for 10 years that Donald Trump is the swamp. We told you for 2 years before November 5th that if Donald Trump gets back into office, he's going to surround himself with people who are corrupt. We told you this. Michelle Obama said, if Donald Trump gets back into the White House, his policies will touch everyone in one way or another. That included you. Hold on, I see a Ku Klux Klan member. Let me block him. Miss Vicky, have a good day. Have a great life. This is what we've been trying to tell you. You're the ones that are just now waking up to what Donald Trump and his regime are doing. I guess the problem is we've already been awake and they're just now waking up. And so we on this side are like, okay, what's the plan? What are we going to do? We know what needs to be done. They are just now waking up. And they haven't found their footing yet. So they need to have their meet and greets, their Purple Revolution parties. They got to get to know each other. They got to get to trust each other. And yeah, they don't want to point fingers. They don't want to talk about politics. Child.
All because we're fighting over trivial shit. And then that
human rights for everyone is not trivial. Human rights for everyone is not trivial. Human rights for everyone is not trivial. He calls it trivial, though.
Trivial shit has turned into troops in our cities. Undercover police departments taking people off the fucking street. This is why these divisive arguments need to stop, and that we need to come together for a common goal, a common purpose.
What's the common goal? What's the common purpose?
Okay. Common purpose? To save our fucking lives. That's it. Nothing else. Goal.
I found
save our fucking lives.
Whose lives are you trying to save? Whose lives are you trying to save? I got this through somebody else. I don't think this is this man's account on here. Whose lives are you trying to save? Because if you can't talk about human rights for everyone, if you can't come to terms with that, whose lives are you trying to save? If you can't be in agreement that Black lives matter, gay lives matter, trans lives matter, women's lives matter, if you cannot come to grips with the all lives matter, then whose lives are you trying to save? You don't want to talk about politics. When politics is the crux of the reason why we're here.
So if you want to keep playing politics as usual, you're going to hurt a lot of people. And that means your kids and my kids are getting mixed up into that too.
He mad too.
Now I'll be damned if I let some childish fucking bullshit that we can't fucking just talk as adults ruin my children's lives.
For 10 years, they've let this childish fucking bullshit fester. For 10 years, he ain't gave a shit about his kids' lives. And now he's on his high horse. Now he cares about his children's lives. What about the lives of a gay man? What about the lives, my son's life? You care about those lives? Because you see, not only do I care about my life and my son's life, I care about this man's life and his kids' lives. And that just does not seem to be reciprocated.
Just understand, the Purple Revolution is specifically meant to free us. Not to take us into a new business or a new political platform and all of us instantly agree on politics. No, we will revisit politics once our system is safe and we have one that we can even argue politics.
The system is political. We all understand that the system is political. So the system is political. The system is political. So you have to come together. You have to come together on politics. And I'm not saying that you agree on everything. If you could come together on the basics, human rights for everyone, period. I don't know this man's name, y'all.
Because how do you even fucking argue politics at this point? You can't. Because we're not set up as a democracy right now. Right now, we don't know what the fuck we are. So we have to get control. So the purple movement is a revolution. Meaning, we're bringing our change. The change that has to happen. Basically, if you say you join the Purple Revolution, it means that you're taking a stand. Not just that you're taking a stand, but that you're swearing an oath to all of us to help us all fight, because we're only strong in numbers. That's what it is. And what does the fight look like? Whatever the fuck it takes.
Oh, Lord Jesus. That was his response to Good Trouble. Right, with the music in the background and it. Politics is the system. Politics is the system. That's what they used to get to this point. And they don't want to talk politics because they don't want to be held accountable for getting us to this point. This guy, his name, Hunter Alexander Howell.
Fucking leftists, listen up. It's time for the purple rep.
Now, everything about him looks performative.
If you're a fucking leftist, listen up. It's time for the purple revolution. Hi, my name is Hunter Howell, and I'm a right-wing independent creator. And I'm telling you right now, the issue is not right versus left. It is up versus down. These people at the top do not care about me, and they definitely don't care about you or your friends either, okay? And even though I slightly lean right, we might not agree on every policy. I think you're probably a cool-ass person. You're probably a great human being, okay? And I want to share that message of unity and loving thy neighbor. And we must unite, and we have to do it now if we want our future to be better, to be prosperous, okay? I am telling you, it is intentional to keep us divided and mad at each other and blaming each other for all of these problems. And in reality, we all probably want similar things, okay? And in order to get to that place of a better future for our generation, for our children's generation, we have to unite. There are some great people on this app. Friendly Honey Badger, I'm going to tag her, as well as Brian, Purple Revolution himself. They're amazing creators, okay? And I know a lot of you are like, how do we get involved? You're ready. First things first, like, comment, share this video with as many people as you want. If you want to drop a follow, do that as well, okay? Start talking about it. Start uniting with your neighbors. Start doing something kind for someone that you know disagrees with you on a policy standpoint or political ideology. Like, start building up your communities from the ground.
That's another problem. They view human rights as a political ideology. They view me having the same rights as them as a political ideology. We have a difference of opinion. My rights as an American, if my rights as an American is not the same as his, he views that as a political ideology. A difference of opinion. Yeah, we're not viewed as human. They've restricted this live. I'm talking down about the revolution.
Where you're at. That's how you can make a difference in your everyday life right now. We're working on some stuff, and we're going to get back to you. But just know, I'm sending you my love. Please pass that love on to your neighbor.
Hunter Alexander. The feel I get from him is this is a trending topic, and so he jumped on it so he could get his clicks and his views. Now this guy liked his message. I liked his message.
The Purple Revolution is not just about MAGA being woke and coming to the center. It's about both red and blue, Republicans and Democrats, realizing that we have been played by the rich, by the powerful, by corporations to be divided. It's about both sides.
Let them cook. Let them cook.
That we've been played and coming together. That's what the Purple Revolution's about. Let's talk about it. First, I want to acknowledge that the left, Democrats, have reason to be suspicious. I understand that they are judging and treating people who are waking up, leaving MAGA, very suspiciously. Like, where have you been this whole time? We have been crying out for help, and y'all have not even helped us. Not until now you feel threatened. Now your rights feel threatened. Now you care, and it's normal, and it's rational to be suspicious and think, did you really change, or are you just looking out for yourself selfishly? Where have you been this whole time? That is a valid response. I respect that. It's valid. But this purple revolution is not just about the red, MAGA.
This guy's name is, I don't know if this is his name, Rosary and Rhythm, I think is his name. Listen, just go under the hashtag, the purple revolution. You'll find all of these people underneath that hashtag. You'll find all of these videos underneath it.
The middle. It's about realizing that the elite corporations have been playing us, both Democrats and Republicans, they've been giving us and using weaponized language that is used to instill fear and division. Both sides have been guilty of using language that is divisive, that is black and white and dog.
Both sides. Both sides. Both sides, y'all. Both sides. But let them cook. Let them cook.
I know it's, traditionally the Republicans have been, they're the religious, they're the
dogmatic ones. Thank y'all for sharing a live, because TikTok restricted the live. They popped up a message, TikTok restrict the live.
There is also dogmatic black and white thinking on the left as well.
No.
There's certain language that is...
I get it. Somebody say, and he lost me. Let him cook. Let him cook.
That's used, weaponized, that instills fear. And both sides have language that we've been co-opted to be divided.
Let him cook.
To bring hate, division. And it's the purple revolution's about finding new language that we can all come together on. New language, human dignity. Red, blue, we can all be purple on human dignity for all, especially the most vulnerable in our society. That's how our society is judged, how we treat the most vulnerable. That's for human dignity for all, regardless of religion, sexuality, gender, age, ethnicity, human dignity for all. And when we love our neighbor, we want what's best for them. That means we want our neighbor to be treated with human dignity. We want them to have health care, education, food, healthy food, clean water, shelter, clothing for everyone. We want to make sure our neighbor is taken care of. We can all come together on that. They don't have to look like us, sound like us, believe like us, but we want to take care of our neighbor. Human dignity for all, especially the most vulnerable first. That's how we move forward. And we can all agree on that. Let's create a world that is true, good, and beautiful for everyone.
And this is what I am not hearing. The other ones that we've listened to so far, they can't even say human dignity for everyone. They can't even say human dignity for everyone, especially the most marginalized. He's the only one that I've come across that has said it.
Let's leave no one behind. Let's come together on that. And I would caution us from being used and being put into using that weaponized language that instokes fear on and divides us. Let's come together on these human dignity and loving our neighbor, that they have access to food, water, shelter, healthcare, education. Let's not get played anymore while all of our funds and all of our resources, while we can afford housing and healthcare and education, and somebody is profiting off of our division. No more. Let's not get played anymore. Let's not get played anymore. Let's come together. The purple revolution is not just about the red waking up. It's realizing that we have been divided and somebody has been dividing us. Somebody has been dividing us. No more. That's what the Purple Revolution is about. Let's work together for a better country, a better society, and a better world for everyone, because we don't just look out for Americans, we look out for immigrants, and we look out for those in other countries that are being exploited. We want a better world for all. Human dignity for all. Let's come together. That's what Purple's about.
He's the only one that made sense to me. He's the only one. Rosary and Rhythm, I think. Go underneath the hashtag, the Purple Revolution. All of these people that I played today, you'll find all of these videos underneath them. He's the only one that made sense. Now, he got some shit. I ain't lying. That whole both sides and yeah. But to the crux of it, he gets it. He gets it. Human rights for all. Don't leave anybody behind. Everybody deserves health care. Everybody deserves food. Everybody deserves a roof over their head. He gets it. I don't have on any foundation. Okay, and this is the last one. The Purple Revolution guy. He did an updated video and he titled it Accountability. Because since he brought up this Purple Revolution, since he brought it up, people have been down in his comment section talking about y'all need to take accountability. Y'all voted for this man. Y'all put this man in the office. You need to take accountability. That's your first step. And so he put himself out here and he's taking accountability. So, hey, Alfonso.
So, accountability.
But don't get me wrong. I ain't still trying to lock arms with him. But I can respect that he's listening to the people down in his comment section. He's doing soul searching and he put himself out here to do this.
I've been doing some thinking. And I said at the very beginning that I would do what I have to do to make sure I bring our people together.
Now, let me just say, our people, I still don't know what that means. I don't know what, black people, yeah, this ain't for us. This ain't for us. Whatever they need to do to get together, to get on the level that we are on, yeah, let's cheer them on from the sidelines, okay? Y'all hear me?
So first things first, what I'm going to say is that I apologize from the bottom of my heart for voting for Trump, for voting for everything that ended up happening.
All right, Tales from the dark side. Have a good day.
I still to this day feel sick to my stomach looking back at the person that I was. And there's no excuse for it, no matter if I was manipulated or whatever you want to call it, in a cult. I should have had a stronger mind. And I allowed that to be penetrated. So for that, I apologize. Anybody who suffered at the hands of the government, you have my heartfelt sincerity. It literally makes me sick to my stomach still to this day to know that I was a part of any single person having to suffer. And as I'm told every single day in comments that words are shallow and the words have empty meaning without accountability. So I thought that coming out and using words as accountability wasn't going to be it. So instead I figured I would make a video to take accountability, and I would leave my story up for accountability. so people can see the growth, so people can see that it's possible. So I don't really know what I'm supposed to do at this point, because if the words are shallow and not going to be accepted anyways, and I hope they are, I hope my sincere apology is accepted. But if it's not, I understand, and I get that, and I'll still continue to fight to get you on our team, to get you in the unification.
Now, I didn't notice this the first time because I was looking at his face the first time I watched this video, but I'm looking at this shirt that he's wearing. Bless his heart. He should have chose a different shirt. Yeah, this shirt looks like Proud Boy-ish, 3%, you know, those 3%er shirts. That's what this shirt, I'm not saying that's what it is because I can't really see a lot of, I think that's like a sports logo maybe in the middle, but on the sleeve it's got the American flag. It's giving me racist. Bless his heart.
Because like I said, I'm never going to give up. I will give my life for this revolution. But of me not being here and putting my face...
Somebody says it's probably all he has if he was deep in the cult. Yeah, that's probably all of his T-shirts, or it's got some type of that type of imagery on it. But I've seen this logo in the middle. It's one of those, I don't know, Champs, one of those sports brands. So maybe it's not like a 3%er or Proud Boys type thing, but it's definitely that American propaganda type stuff.
Out there for the world to see that I'm denouncing everything that they are standing for and willing to put my life on the line, standing side by side with you in this battle. Isn't enough to take accountability, then I'm not really sure what is. I'm not sure words are going to be enough for you to be able to heal from.
I'm going to tell you right now, it's not going to be for black people. Words are not going to be enough. You know what we need? Come November 2026, we need y'all asses in the voting booth voting out Republicans. And we need y'all saying that in your videos. That's what we need. We don't need a whole lot of talk. We don't need a whole lot of talk. I don't even know why y'all have to really put this out, coming together, this whole big purple revolution, right? All we need is for, okay, y'all are waking up. All this extra stuff, all you need to say, all you need to do when you do your videos, all you need to say is these motherfuckers up there in Congress, them motherfucking Republicans, they have played us. I can't wait to get into that voting booth to vote Democrat up and down the fucking ticket. That's all you got to say. And all you got to do is follow through with that shit. That's it. I don't know why the need to try to come together. Black people are not coming together with y'all. Too much hurt, too much harm has been done. And this hasn't been 30 days. This has been fucking 10 years. You are not going to mend anything between now and November 26th. You want to show us that you mean business? Get your asses in the voting booth in November of 2026 and vote Republicans out of office. You want to show us that you mean business? Use your platforms to encourage your people to get their asses into the voting booth November 2026 to vote this fucking regime out of office. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Maybe I'll do a video and for a purple revolution specifically. All of this stuff y'all doing, it don't take all of this. It don't take all of this. It really don't. All you have to say is, I'm sick of these motherfuckers. Black people tried to tell us. I see it now. We need to vote these motherfuckers out of office. That's it. Y'all. Okay.
So at some point, you have to come to realization and tell yourself, are you ready to look past everything that's happened and realize that to get to a better tomorrow, we have to start understanding?
I don't think he's talking to us. He can't be talking to us. He asked the question. He said, are you willing to look past everything that's happened to get to a better tomorrow? He ain't talking to us. He's not talking to black people. Black Americans. He's not talking to us. He can't be talking to us. Because, yeah, he can't be talking to us. He's talking to his fellow people. He's talking to his, because they believe they have been oppressed. They believed they have been mistreated by their government. He has to be talking to his people because he's not talking to us. I won't be looking past anything that they have inspired, that they have incited, I won't be looking past any of that shit. He cannot be talking to us. He can't be.
And we have to start forgiving. There is no excuse for any of the suffering that's happened in this country, and I've not once ever said there was. I have denounced the entire organization, the entire establishment, not just Trump, not just Bibi, but the entire establishment.
Okay.
But for anybody in the marginalized community, I understand there's trust issues, and I understand that it's going to take
he's not talking to us.
to get you to understand that you're 100% equal in this movement. But it can't be equal without you involved in the conversation and without you involved in the unity. So please, speak up. We can have these messages.
Okay, so I'm going to speak up. Y'all, if y'all got platforms, y'all can decide what y'all want to do. But I'm going to do a video, and I'm going to tag Mr. Purple Revolution. And I'm going to let him know that I've been speaking for 10 years. I've been speaking for 10 years. I'm going to let him know that I've been warning for 10 years about Donald Trump. And then I'm going to let him know all of these different steps that they trying to figure out. All of that is not necessary. All of that is not necessary. The only thing you need to do is use your platform to speak out against Donald Trump and his regime. That's number one. Use your platform to educate your fellow MAGA people. That's number two. Educate them. Let them know what's propaganda, what is not. Number three, encourage your MAGA people to get into that voting booth to vote that regime and his sycophants over in Congress out of office. That's all you need to do. And then on November 2026, you get into that voting booth and you vote them out of office. That's all you need to do. Don't talk about it, be about it. That's all you need to do. Honey Badger talking about, what Honey Badger say? They need to do purple revolution parties and they got to come together. She even talking about getting together. Y'all don't got to do all of that. Recognize who the problem is. Y'all recognized it. Now, y'all need to rise up to do what is necessary to get them people out of office. Oh, yeah, Pastor Charlotte, you late. Don't worry, I'll download this live. I'll put it up over on YouTube so you can watch it in its entirety. But yeah, Honey Badger, yeah, bless her heart. She wants everybody to be friends. And they got a No Kings protest on October 18th, and she want people to wear badges with their name and where they come from. I think she said where their area where they live. Child, yeah. All of Donald Trump's spies will be all in and out of that protest, writing everybody's name down, writing everybody's name down who is at this protest. Okay? I told the white people to let her know that she don't want to do that. But let's finish listening to Purple Revolution. I will be doing a video and tagging him. They really stressing out. They really stressing out. All of these steps that they trying to, and I need to let them know that politics is the crux of the problem. And so they're going to have to address politics. They are. They're going to have to look at their politics and think about what it is that they stand for political wise, and does that benefit everyone as a whole, including marginalized people. That's what they're going to have to do. They're going to have to talk about it. They are. They're going to have to talk about it. Let me rewind just a little bit.
You to understand that you're 100% equal in this movement. But it can't be equal without you involved in the conversation and without you involved in the unity. So please, speak up. We can have these messages and we can have these talks. I just ask that people have civil conversations and don't come guns a-blazing and doing a bunch of demanding. A lot of people on both sides have suffered. And again, I'm not saying anybody has suffered worse than anybody. There is a lot of people that have had some pretty bad suffering and took the worst beating out of this whole thing.
Who are those people?
And they will be recognized because they will be one of the top representatives in this entire movement to make sure that they are covered. So that way they don't feel left out. We are all equals in this. And I'll never let that be any different. If you want to have a conversation, my messages are always open. Or we can do it in the comments. But if you're going to fight and you're going to argue and you're going to have divisive language, I'm not going to engage in that. That stands completely against what we're for. If we want to have the conversations, that's fine. But we have to do it civilly and with respect, or this is never going to heal. So for everybody that's endured any kind of suffering, I put that on my back. I put that on my shoulders. Let me speak for everybody. Let me take all this from everybody. I will put it on my back. I love all of our people in this country. Everybody. Nobody's out. And if I have to go down the whole list to make sure that you hear me, then I'll do just that. If you are white, if you are black, if you are Mexican, Latino, if you are Muslim, if you are gay, if you are straight, if you are trans, if you are from the Middle East, you are all included. Every single one of you are welcome here. And we love you all. And we know you guys have taken a lot of punishment. We cannot change the past. But we can make a much better future if you just give us all a chance. We can't fix this without a chance. So from the bottom of my heart, I'm sorry for my contributions to what has happened in this country. And from the bottom of my heart, I'm begging you for your forgiveness. And to help me help healing this country. God bless and much love.
Baby, Donald Trump is tagging they asses. Donald Trump is tagging they asses. And so that was my little trip down the Purple Revolution rabbit hole on yesterday. C said, tearing them up. Baby, they want to come together with all of us. They want to come, and all I got to say is, Black people, Black Americans, we've always been on this. We've always been doing what is right. We can continue to do what we've always been doing. That's why I say this he not really talking to us. He not really talking to us. And unfortunately, he's not going to get us to join a Purple Revolution. And Black people, if you feel that you are led to work with these people, do what you need to do. I recognize somebody's got to do it. It's just not going to be me. And I'm not going to judge you. If you are like, okay, somebody's got to do it, so I'm going to do it. I'm not going to judge you. Somebody has to talk to these people. Like I said, I'm going to do my video. Yeah, I'm going to do my video. But they child, the come-togethers for the Purple Revolution parties and all of this stuff. Yeah, we ain't coming to your house. We not coming to your parties. No, we ain't doing none of that. We really not. We not gonna do. We don't trust you like that. We will never trust you like that. These past 10 years have created scars, wounds and scars that will never heal. But can we all live in this country together? Yeah. Yeah, you just be over there and I'm going to be over here. That's it. You just be over there and I'm going to be over here. And then on voting day, we all going to come together to vote for the betterment of all of our citizens in this country as a whole. That's it. That's all I can give you. That's all I've ever done. I've been called too many bitches. I've been told too many times to get off that Democrat plantation. I've been called a racist when I'm not trying to come together to be besties with nobody. Not y'all. No. It will never happen. It would never happen. But yes, we can all come together on November 2026 on one goal: to tie Donald Trump's hands by voting out all the Republicans. We can come together to do that. That's all I want you to do. I don't want nothing else from any of these people. Nothing. I want nothing else from any of these people. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank y'all for all of the gifts. If you didn't see the live in its entirety, I will download it and re-upload it over on YouTube. Because we went down, we saw a few of these people. My white ladies, y'all still down in the chat. Y'all gonna go over there and have a conversation with Miss Honey Badger, right? She putting people in danger. You know, she want those hello stickers on your shirt. I'm Joe Schmo from Canton, Georgia. She put it, Does she really understand the regime and what it is that they are doing? My white ladies, y'all gone over there and talk to Miss Honey Badger. Bless her heart. Let her know there is no need for revolutionary parties. The Purple Revolution parties. There's no need for that. Girl. And you want to invite people to your home? Don't invite these people to your home. You all don't have to have that level of personal communication to come together for a common goal. If y'all are on one accord, y'all are on one accord and y'all understand the assignment. The assignment is you can't vote Donald Trump out, but you can tie his hands. You can tie his hands come November 2026. And then if you get the right people in the office, yeah, we could impeach Donald Trump. We could impeach Donald Trump for all of the crimes that he's committed in these past 10 months. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Y'all have a fantastic day. Y'all be safe out there in them streets. Black people, keep your head on the swivel. Okay? Because not all of them are a part of the Purple Revolution. All right? All right.